Hi, my name is Patrick Reagan. Welcome to the Security, where we discuss security with a focus on how it affects the computer and the services and resources that the computer connects to. In Part 14, Detect, Remove, and Prevent Malware Part 1, we started the discussion on malware. The video will define malware and describe the different kinds of malware. In Part 15, this video, Detect, Remove, and Prevent Malware Part 2, will discuss the symptoms of malware, how to prevent malware, and how to remediate and remove malware. For those who are going to take the A+ exam, there are practice questions at the end of the video. If you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Some of the symptoms of malware include the following: poor system performance, running out of memory, less memory than normal, unexpected freezing or crashing, computer stops responding frequently, computer takes longer to start up, changes to browser settings, browser closes unexpectedly or stops responding, browser default home or search pages changes, browser redirects to unsafe websites, browser has unknown add-ins, unexpected pop-ups, unexpected error messages, additional toolbars are unexpectedly added to the browser, unexpected higher internet usage or unusual network activity, unexplained financial transactions, programs start unexpectedly, and programs cannot start. Components of Windows or other programs no longer work. Programs or files disappear. Messages or displays on a monitor are unusual. Sounds and music that are unusual play at random times. Programs or files that are unknown have been created or installed. Files have been corrupted or encrypted. File size unexpectedly changes. Fake virus alerts, ransom demands, and changes in your security settings. You have to use a multi-layered approach to protect against malware for client computers. Use up-to-date, reputable anti-malware software, sometimes referred to as an antivirus program, that includes an antivirus program, real-time scanning, full scanning on demand, and software firewall. Be sure that you enable all features that will protect against malware, including ransomware. Keep operating systems and software up to date. Use a personal firewall. Use safe browsing habits, including using secure connections, HTTPS, especially when entering sensitive information such as passwords or credit card information. Implement strong passwords. Use multi-factor authentication or MFA. Do not use an account that has administrative access when performing your normal daily tasks, including surfing the internet and checking email. Exercise caution when browsing online and when viewing your email by being wary of suspicious emails, links, and attachments. Do not connect or boot from unknown drives to your system. Monitor for suspicious activities, including unusual behavior on your devices or programs, unexpected network traffic, unexpected pop-ups, slowdowns, unexpected changes to settings, unexpected programs or add-ins. Use Secure Boot with UEFI. Regularly back up your system and educate yourself and others, including anti-phishing training. Organizations and companies should manage operating systems and application updates to ensure that all systems are getting the newest updates. Deploy and manage the anti-malware packages on all clients and servers so that all necessary options are enabled and the anti-malware package is up to date. Use a solution that scans incoming emails for spam, phishing attacks, and malware, and that will check attachments and links. Check for malware in cloud-based file repositories such as storage repositories such as OneDrive, SharePoint, Box, and Dropbox. Create and enforce an equipment use policy. And establish an education program about malware, phishing attacks, strong passwords, and not to run programs or access drives that you cannot identify its origin. That includes reminders and regular refresher training. And lastly, perform periodic security audits. When dealing with malware, ideally you should delete everything and start over, since it's usually impossible to know if all of the malware has been removed. Consider restore from a known good backup or install from the original media. You may want to remediate an infected system if an important user documents needs to be recovered. CompTIA specifies the following best practice procedures for malware removal. Investigate and verify malware symptoms. Quarantine infected systems. Disable system restore in Windows. Remediate infected systems, including update anti-malware software, and scan using scanning and remove techniques such as the safe mode or pre-installation environment. Schedule scans and run updates. Enable system restore and create a restore point in Windows. Educate the end user. Step 1. Investigate and verify malware symptoms. You should look for all the symptoms from the identified malware slide, including slow performance, security alerts, application failures, missing files, encrypted data files, unexpected programs, and unexpected add-ons. Update your anti-malware program and scan the system. Research the malware so that you know what you're dealing with. You also need to start investigating how the malware was introduced so that you can determine the best way to stop or hinder the reintroduction of the malware. You should question the user about recent activities, which may help how they got the malware. Check emails that the user received, websites that the user visited, and check if the user connected any drive to the system and if any installations occurred. Step 2 is quarantine infected systems. To keep it contained, disconnect the system from the network and isolate all removable media. Do not transfer files or try a backup. Consider disabling user and computer accounts and consider changing passwords for those accounts that were affected. Step 3. Disable system restore in Windows. While restore points make it easy to go back to an earlier state, malware can infect restore points. Therefore, disable system protection so that the system does not automatically return to an infected state. Consider delete all restore points and remove all infection locations. Step 4. Remediate infected systems. Try to update the signature and engine. You may need to copy the signature and engine from another system since the malware may prevent the update process. Then use anti-malware software to scan and remove malware. For more difficult malware, you may consider contacting the anti-malware company for assistance and/or try using safe mode before attempting a scan and removal process. Since safe mode loads the bare minimum operating system, it may prevent the malware from running. You can also consider using a pre-installation environment such as Windows PE, including a recovery console or bootable CD, DVDs, or USBs to boot the system and run a scan and removal process. Step 5. Schedule anti-malware scans, schedules anti-malware updates, and schedule security updates so that if anything new appears, hopefully it will be detected in the future. You should monitor the system for any unusual behavior or signs of reinfection. Step 6. Re-enable system protection and create a restore point. Lastly, Step 7. Educate the end user about the personal threats including malware and phishing through personal training, mass training, posters and signs, educational emails, and using the company intranet page. Fake virus alerts are pop-ups or tabs that appear on your screen, urgently warning you about supposed malware threats. They do not come from your operating system or security software, but they usually come from a web page or web page pop-up, although they may say it is from Google, Apple, Microsoft, or some company that makes anti-malware products. Fake virus notifications are a type of scareware that is built on social engineering, which plays on people's feelings of trust, fear, or curiosity. It will usually include payment request, phone call request, and/or urgent tone. They want you to download fake software, purchase anti-malware software that does not exist, and/or give away sensitive information. If you proceed with the alert, you can put your system and personal data at risk. To remove fake virus alerts, you should do not call any numbers, delete any files, or perform any actions indicated by the alert. Force close your browser or application. In Windows, remember, Alt F4 closes the current active window or application. Remove any suspicious apps, extensions, or programs. Perform a full malware scan. Consider performing a factory reset. To prevent fake virus alerts, you should avoid unsecure sites, don't click on suspicious links or attachments, use an ad blocker, make sure you have an up-to-date anti-malware package, make sure your operating system and applications, including browsers, are up to date, and disable website notifications in the browser. Question. You have a machine on a network that may contain ransomware. Which of the following mitigation steps should you take first? Answer. Quarantine the system. Question. After you quarantine an affected laptop, what should you do before you remove a Trojan virus from the affected laptop? Answer. Disable system restore. Question. You got a security warning on a system and found the malware from a recent download, but you're unable to remove the malware. What should you do to remove the malware? Answer. Reboot the system in safe mode and rescan. Question. You're working on a user's computer that is freezing too much. When you patch and reboot the computer, you get an alert that the workstation has malware in the root OS folder. You perform a system restore and reboot the computer, but the workstation is still infected with the malware. Why does the system still have malware? Answer. The malware was installed before the system restore point was created. Question. You have a service call where the user says that the applications are being launched automatically and the browser redirects to certain websites. What is the most likely cause of this problem? Answer. Virus. Question. You get a call that a user has pop-ups on a company workstation and messages that the computer has been infected with viruses and payment is needed. Users thought that the laptop had company-provided antivirus software that would prevent this issue. What 2 things you should do to resolve this issue? Choose 2 answers. Answer. Scan the computer with the company-provided antivirus software and perform a reset on the user's web browser. Question. Which tool should you use to remove and recover from malicious software from a system running Windows? Choose 2 answers. Answer. Windows Backup and Restore and Windows Defender. Question. After you remove the malware from a system, you run updates and schedule scans to mitigate future risk. What should you do next? Answer. Educate the user on best practices for security. Question. You have a corporate network system that has been infected with malware. What is the best method to return the system back to service? Answer: scan the system with boot disk, flash the BIOS, and return the computer to service. Question: you removed a virus from a user's device, but the user returns a week later with the same virus on it. Which of the following should you do to prevent future infections? Answer: educate the end user. Question: you are about ready to remove a Trojan virus that was found on a workstation. Which of the following steps should the technician complete before removing the virus? Answer: disable system restore. Question: a user reports a virus and installed an additional real-time antivirus software. The computer begins performing extremely slow. Which of the following should you do? Answer: remove the user-installed antivirus software program. For more information, visit these sites. In summary, you have to use a multi-layered approach to protect against malware for client computers, includes using an up-to-date, reputable anti-malware software, keep operating systems and software up to date, and use a personal firewall. Ideally, you should delete everything and start over, since it's usually impossible to know if all of the malware has been removed. CompTIA specifies the following best practice procedures for malware removable. Step 1. Investigate and verify malware symptoms. Step 2. Quarantine infected systems. Step 3. Disable system restore in Windows. Step 4. Remediate infected systems, including update anti-malware software and scan using scanning and remove techniques such as safe mode or pre-installation environment. Step 5. Schedule scans and run updates. Step 6. Enable system restore and create a restore point in Windows. In Step 7, educate the end user. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be Security, Part 16, Introduction to Windows Security in Defender. If you have not already, don't forget to subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Thank you.